Comic-Con is just around the corner, and there's so much excitement that's going to go down there. I am Terry Schwartz with IGN Access, joined by Joshua Yale.
Yo.
There are so many big movies, big games, big comics, big TV shows going there.
All the stuff.
What are you most excited to see?
Ooh, well, the Marvel Studios panel is going to be huge.
90 minutes.
90 minutes of just Marvel movies and what they're up to. The big one, the crown jewel, the crown gemstone thing is going to be Avengers Infinity War. All the Avengers, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, all together in one movie, fighting Thanos and the children of Thanos, the Black Order. That's so crazy!
And they just showed the first look at Infinity War at D23 only like barely a week ago, and so I can't wait to see what Marvel brings to one-up that on the Hall H stage.
Yeah.
But that's not the only Marvel movie that they're going to have there. There's going to be Black Panther, there's going to be Thor Ragnarok. Do you think there are going to be some surprises?
I totally think there will be. They haven't really said much or shown anything for Captain Marvel.
I just want to see her.
Yes, see what her costume's going to look like. So I think now is a great time to sort of sow that seed and get people excited for her.
And the other big movie that we haven't seen any of is Ant-Man and the Wasp, the sequel to Ant-Man. And I wouldn't be surprised if we got some sort of like teaser, trailer, exciting like demo, like first look at Wasp or something. I just can't wait to see. I think if they're smart, they'll show their entire slate. Again, they have 90 minutes to fill.
Yes.
But beyond that, Marvel isn't the only studio bringing their entire slate of superheroes. Warner Brothers is also going to bring out the Justice League. Now, they have dominated Hall H for previous years. We've seen their trailer there before. We had the big reveal of Justice League in previous years. With it coming out in November, I cannot wait to see what they do to even top that. I would love, I don't know, I had dreams that they would have had like the Joker come in to say, like steal the show during Suicide Squad last year.
Yeah.
And I hope they do something similar this year with having the entire Justice League group of actors up there on stage.
Yeah, so here's my theory. Here's what I want to see happen is that I want to see them bring out the four of Wonder Woman, Batman, Flash, and Aquaman. Oh, and Cyborg. Sorry, the five might be. And then like show some new footage, show a new trailer, and that trailer has Superman in it in his black Return of Superman outfit from the comics. He's like resurrected. Then have Henry Cavill come join them on stage.
And I would love to see him like come out in like the Superman outfit too, like, in character. Tom Hiddleston does that all the time as Loki, and like just steals the show. So I would love to see that happen.
Yes. There's tons of other like DC stuff sort of in the works. So it's always a question of like
Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman, and are we gonna get a Flash director? Joss Whedon's making Batgirl. We didn't hear anything about that. So there's tons of cool stuff that could happen for DC as well. And while we're talking about superheroes, of course, I'm going to talk about what I'm going to Comic-Con for first and foremost, which is all the comic books. Exactly. So for Marvel has Marvel Legacy, where they're essentially relaunching their entire comics line to bring back all of their heroes to their core. They're bringing back classic costumes, characters. They've teased like characters will be turning that are dead, and so all this really cool stuff is happening. And they've made tons of announcements leading up to Comic-Con, lots of reveals. But I got this feeling they're saving like something really big for the actual con. So I cannot wait to see what they're doing there. As far as DC goes, last year they launched DC Rebirth. It's a critical hit. Everybody loved it. Fans are super happy with it, and all the heroes are like super bright, optimistic, and again returning to the roots, just like Legacy is going to do. But now things are taking a dark turn, and they're going to be teasing Dark Knight's Metal, which is a Batman-centric DC event.
Story, yeah,
right?
Where
yes, and where the DC universe is invaded by 7 evil Batmen, which is going to be absolutely crazy.
I want to see that movie.
Yeah, Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, the old New 52 Batman team, are back to do that. Very excited for that. Also, Jeff Johns and Gary Frank are doing Doomsday Clock, which is Superman versus Dr. Manhattan. Cannot wait for that.
Now, beyond comics, we just got over E3, but there still is a big games presence at Comic-Con, and I'm really excited to see of all the games that will be there. Super Mario Odyssey, it was our game of the show at E3, and I can't wait to see, even if it's just getting an opportunity to play it. You got to play it
I got to play it.
I did not get to play it, so we get a second go at that.
Now it's your turn. Comic-Con will be your turn to play. I'll watch you.
Hopefully, more fans get a chance to play it, first of all, but also maybe we'll see new levels, maybe we'll learn a little bit more about what the story is. I think anything we get for Odyssey is going to be just so exciting. That game, we aren't too far away from its release series, so they have to have something new to show, and hopefully they take advantage of this massive, massive stage that is Comic-Con to showcase it to the world.
And I know we were just talking about a lot of superheroes, but I'm going to bring it back and talk about some more.
Well, it's Comic-Con, of course there are
But this time on TV, we're talking about Marvel's Defenders, which is sort of like the Avengers for Netflix, where Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist are all going to come together to fight Sigourney Weaver.
I mean, that's what all our dream is, right? Like, we don't even know who she's playing yet, so maybe we'll find out who she is playing, what her villainy is.
Yes, yes. And also, just very quickly want to mention that John Bernthal's Punisher is going to hopefully find out some more about his solo series there, and I wouldn't be surprised if he has a role to play in Defenders as well.
I know, I hope we get a trailer or something for that. I'm so excited about the Punisher. But that is not the only big Netflix show that's going. We're also going to get a look at Stranger Things Season 2. I know, but I loved Season 1. It just totally won me over. We know that things are going to be more dire situations, bigger monsters. What is Eleven going to do? Is she going to get out of the Upside Down? I think anything we see is going to be big news. And also, Sean Astin, who's in the season, you know, from The Goonies and Lord of the Rings, he's going to be on stage there as well. I think no matter what they show, we're excited for it. And I hope it's a new trailer. We already got one. Maybe some clips. I don't know. I think just seeing that cast together is going to be so exciting.
I've got a pitch for a teaser trailer. It's just like a box of Eggos. And then
everyone in the audience gets a box of Eggos.
And then it just lifts up slowly, and it's like the return of 11. Oh my god! So let's talk about sort of the big juggernaut HBO.
Yes.
One of the shows that's going to be coming is Westworld. First season blew a lot of us away. Very awesome, you know, like sci-fi, grounded, cerebral, getting in the robots' heads. Lots of naked robots.
Yeah, but, you know, we aren't complaining.
Yeah, so but they had to take a big break between season 1 and 2. Season 2 isn't coming until next year, so I'm sure they're gonna come and like tease us with all these things that we won't be able to see. I do want to know what's coming next.
I do too, and I don't know that they're actually gonna give us much of anything because they are such secret keepers. You know, Westworld comes from producer J.J. Abrams, king of the mystery box. So I don't know that we'll find out too much more, but I think it'll be like Stranger Things, that anything they do tell us is big. Something that can tell us stuff, though, is what I am most excited about at Comic-Con this year, Game of Thrones. It just premiered. And it's the first time, actually, that Game of Thrones is going to be at Comic-Con when it's in the middle of a season. So it's going to be right between the big premiere and episode 2. Will they show us big clips from it? Will they show us a sizzle reel of the season? They show the second episode? Probably not, but you never know. It's only a couple days before it airs. They're gonna have the whole cast gathered. Again, this is the first time they'll actually have something to tease. And I'm sad that the show is getting closer to the end, but also like with Daenerys coming to Westeros and the Night King close to invading, this is when things are at their most intense on that show. What do you hope we find out from that panel?
I just wanna see, speaking of people walking in full costume, I wanna see them like crank the AC way down and have the Night King just walk in and say nothing, and then leave Hall H. That'd be great.
Oh man, that would be incredible. I mean, the White Walkers, the whole costume design for that is so amazing.
So and great.
They've been such at the forefront of the promotion for this season that I think they really could lean into it when they're soon going to be on stage at Hall H. Now, those are what we are most excited about at Comic-Con this year, but don't worry, we've got you all covered at IGN. We want to make sure you come back to IGN.com, like and subscribe everywhere you like to watch. We have a full big show coming, interviews with all the cast, all the news that you want to have. So make sure to come back, and then we'll catch you after the show with all our breakdowns of those big drops. So for everything you need Comic-Con, keep it locked on IGN.